Today, our topic is the Stoic Guide to Overcoming Anxiety. Life is full of challenges, and anxiety is one of the most common struggles people face. It can feel like a heavy weight on your chest, making it hard to breathe, think, or act. But the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers powerful tools to help us overcome anxiety and live a more peaceful life. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This idea is at the heart of overcoming anxiety. Let's explore how Stoic principles can help us face our fears, manage stress, and find inner calm. First, it's important to understand what anxiety is. Anxiety is often a reaction to uncertainty or fear about the future. We worry about things that might go wrong, things we can't predict, or things we can't control. The Stoics believe that much of our suffering comes from trying to control the uncontrollable. They taught that the key to peace is accepting what we cannot change and focusing on what we can. This doesn't mean we should ignore our problems or give up. Instead, it means we should direct our energy toward things within our power, like our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. One of the most important Stoic practices is to separate what is in our control from what is not. The philosopher Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us." Our thoughts, our choices, and our efforts are up to us. But things like other people's opinions, the weather, or the past are not. When we focus on what we can control, we feel more empowered. When we worry about things outside our control, we waste energy and increase our anxiety. For example, if you're worried about an upcoming exam, you can't control the questions on the test, but you can control how much you study. Focus on your preparation and let go of the rest. Another Stoic tool for overcoming anxiety is to practice negative visualization. This might sound strange, but it's a powerful way to prepare for life's uncertainties. Negative visualization means imagining the worst-case scenario and thinking about how you would handle it. For example, if you're anxious about losing your job, imagine what you would do if it happened. Would you look for a new job? Would you cut back on expenses? By facing your fears in your mind, you take away their power. You realize that even in the worst situation, you can find a way to cope. This practice helps you build resilience and reduces the fear of the unknown. Stoicism also teaches us to focus on the present moment. Anxiety often comes from worrying about the future or regretting the past. But the present moment is the only place where we can take action. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not disturb yourself by picturing your life as a whole. Do not pile up all the troubles and difficulties that could possibly come your way, but ask yourself as each arises, is this something so unbearable and beyond endurance?" By staying present, we can deal with challenges one step at a time. When you feel anxious, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what can I do right now? This simple question can help you shift your focus from worry to action. Another key Stoic idea is to accept change as a natural part of life. Everything in the world is constantly changing, and trying to resist this change only causes more anxiety. The Stoics believe that we should embrace change and see it as an opportunity for growth. For example, if you lose a job or end a relationship, it's natural to feel sad or anxious. But instead of fighting these feelings, accept them as part of the process. Remind yourself that change brings new opportunities, and that you have the strength to adapt. This mindset can help you face life's ups and downs with more courage and less fear. Stoicism also encourages us to practice gratitude. When we're anxious, it's easy to focus on what's wrong or what's missing in our lives. But gratitude helps us see the good things we already have. Take a moment each day to think about what you're thankful for. It could be your health, your family, your friends, or even small things like a beautiful sunset or a warm cup of tea. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have, and this can bring a sense of peace and contentment. Another Stoic practice is to develop a strong sense of purpose. Anxiety often comes from feeling lost or unsure about our direction in life. The Stoics believed that living with purpose is essential for a meaningful and fulfilling life. Think about what matters most to you. What are your values? What kind of person do you want to be? When you have a clear sense of purpose, you can make decisions that align with your values, and this can reduce anxiety. For example, if you value kindness, you might feel less anxious about saying no to someone because you know it's the right thing to do. Stoicism also teaches us to be humble and to accept our limitations. We often feel anxious because we put too much pressure on ourselves to be perfect or to achieve certain goals. But the Stoics remind us that we are human, and humans make mistakes. It's okay to fail, to feel weak, or to ask for help. When we accept our imperfections, we can let go of the fear of not being good enough. This acceptance can bring a sense of relief and freedom. Another important Stoic principle is to focus on what is enough. In our modern world, we're often told that we need more and more money, more success, more possessions. But the Stoics believe that true happiness comes from appreciating what we have and living simply. When we stop chasing after things we don't need, we can find more peace and less anxiety. Ask yourself, what do I really need to be happy? Often the answer is much simpler than we think. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to remember that life is short. This might sound like a sad thought, but it's actually a powerful reminder to live fully and not waste time on unnecessary worries. The Stoics believe that thinking about death can help us appreciate life and focus on what truly matters. When you feel anxious, ask yourself, will this matter in a year? In 5 years? Often the things we worry about are not as important as they seem. In conclusion, Stoicism offers a practical and powerful approach to overcoming anxiety. By focusing on what we can control, practicing negative visualization, staying present, accepting change, practicing gratitude, living with purpose, being humble, appreciating what is enough, and remembering the brevity of life, we can find anxiety is a natural part of being human, but it doesn't have to control us. With Stoic wisdom, we can learn to face our fears, live with courage, and find joy in the present moment. Remember, you have the power to choose how you respond to life's challenges, and that choice can make all the difference.